So if you're trying to buy a new car or you're looking to maybe upgrade your old car, there are some things to consider when it comes to your pocketbook. And if you're trying to save some money on your new car purchase, at least new to you, there's definitely some makes you want to stay away from and some makes that are just really cost effective and cheap, not that expensive to maintain, because when it comes to vehicles, for me personally, I like reliability. I'm looking for things that, hey, I don't have to worry about it being in the shop. So in this video, I'm going to share with you those insights of the least expensive cars to maintain. All right, so some of the car makes that we'll be talking about in this episode, the data is coming in from yourmechanic.com and Forbes. So with that being said, I want to share with you these cars, the cost of them, and how long it takes for you to kind of maintain them over the course of 10 years. So the cost associated with a Toyota Corolla, a 10-year cost is $3,247. It's one of the cheapest cars that you can have and own as far as maintenance goes. So this makes it really, really cost effective. If you're really trying to save a lot of money, Toyota Corolla is kind of the way to go. Now, the next one on the list is, again, one by Toyota, and it's Toyota Yaris. A 10-year cost of about $3,289 when it comes to maintaining this car. So again, if you're trying to save a lot of money, you don't want to go in with car loans, you don't want to go in with, hey, I got electrical problems, or some of the European makes, the maintenance cost can be extremely expensive. And these cars are really cost effective, especially if you're a student, maybe you're trying to watch your money, maybe you don't really care about driving that much, especially now with coronavirus, people working more from home. So in that case, if you're only taking your car out once a week for groceries, then in that case, you may not care about a fancy car. So again, Toyota Yaris, $3,289, boom. There it is. You have it, basic, simple car to get you from point A to point B here and there as needed. Another big one that's also very reliable and doesn't cost a lot to maintain is $3,499. In fact, I own a Toyota Camry myself here. And we own one similar to this. And yeah, they're very reliable. I can tell you that pretty much all we do is kind of switch the tires, put in the oil, and that's basically it. They run forever. And I had a Toyota Camry as well back in college. So they've just been super reliable. I barely take it to the shop. It's just basic routine maintenance. So if you want reliability, it's definitely one right there for you as well. Honda Fit is also has been reliable. They also call it Honda Jazz in some countries, I believe. Cost of maintenance here over 10 years, $3,673. You can see what it looks like. It's very compact, good gas mileage, obviously. But I've had a friend that also owned one of these in Africa. They had it before it was even there in the US. So again, I think it was called a Honda Jazz, but don't quote me on that one. But it's very cost effective to run, maintain, and again, a smaller vehicle. So if you're trying to get into tight spots, very economical in that way. Okay, Honda Civic is another one. Had another friend that owned one of these that barely saw the shop as well. Cost of 10 years, $3,774. Really reliable. You see it also in a lot of different, let's say, government places, agencies, that kind of thing. Also traffic, meter maids, that kind of stuff. You'll see it all over the place. So very good, reliable car. Again, gas mileage is typically good on these types of vehicles because they're all, you know, smaller vehicles and they're not expensive to maintain. It's not like a van or a truck and that kind of stuff. So these are kind of the main ones as far as reliability goes. And if you're trying to really save money, if you don't travel as much by car or you don't go to work, you work from home, then having a vehicle, you might want just something reliable rather than constantly being in the shop and, you know, having issues with it all the time. There are some others that are kind of runner-ups. So Zion XB is $3,952 to maintain over a 10-year period. Nissan Versa, $3,992. Honda CR-V, and then a Kia Rio come in after that. So you can see the big thing here is basically Toyota takes the top spot, and then you have kind of Honda and then a few others in the mix over there. And that's just comes down to just the maintenance costs of them over a 10-year period, right? If we're talking about reliability, that's a whole separate thing. But as far as maintenance goes, the cost of maintaining that car, if you're trying to save money, these are kind of the ones to go with. And so double check your numbers and double check. Of course, you might always get a lemon here or there. You never really know. Sometimes it just happens to be that even if the make is on this list, It could be a lemon, and it could have problems. It just a sour taste in your mouth. And, you know, but your end goal is really to find something that's reliable, easy, doesn't cost a lot to maintain if you're trying to save money for the future. If you're not worried about, you know, the looks of the car, you're worried more about, hey, I just don't want to blow a bunch of money for nothing, something that I use maybe once or twice a week. And that's for me, you know, with the kids, you know, usually we're taking our bikes somewhere or we're walking somewhere to a park nearby. You know, we'll take the car out for groceries or maybe go and take them to a thing or two. But usually we don't use the car that often, especially now. You know, most people are working from home. I've been working from home for years, and it's just kind of been our personal routine. So anyways, hope this helps, gives you some insight to saving some money in the future and looking up some car makes that are not that expensive to maintain, and gives you a starting point. Again, do your due diligence, do your research, and then you'll see what makes sense for you. But the more money you can save in your pocket, the more you could use it for other more high valuable things like investments, retirement, or even great moments and time with your family, going into different plays or Cirque du Soleil or theme parks, whatever the case may be. Anyways, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.